Welcome back to the StarLadder RMR CIS closed qualifier. My name's Stinko, joined by Hawker for this one, and we're about to find out who our next team is going into the main event. This should be a banger, Alex. We've got plenty of action coming up. Obviously, when we take a look at these two teams, K23 and 100PingGods, it's been a shaky road for both these teams, we'll say, right? Their opening game was close enough. There was a rematch of that opening game, and now they're coming in to try to take each other on again. K23 should be the better team overall, I would say, Alex, but for the most part, I think we're going to get a long game here.
Yeah, I think that's likely going to be what we see come through into this one. I think both of these teams we haven't had the chance to see as much of, especially 100PingGods here on the mainstream. But they've got some players you might know. Winter and Iceman, I think, have been around for a while in the Kazakh scene. You've got Smiley in there, who's been their best player so far throughout this tournament. So definitely a couple of players to keep an eye on. And whenever you get two teams who are mostly from the same country facing off against each other, you can get some weird results sometimes. You can get some really competitive games.
Yeah, you definitely can, right? And it's a little bit, when you look at these scenarios, you've got to realize how often these guys have been playing against each other, how similar the play styles are going to be. It's very difficult to beat a team that's from your region, especially when you have to go and beat them to get a main spot in a $100,000 event. So a lot on the line here for both teams, and we take a little recap as to what has happened in this Group B bracket. It started with Forwards versus EC Club Kiev. They went on to play in the winners bracket up against K23 in their first game against 100PingGods. They came out on top of a close affair. Fortunately lost to Forwards yesterday. Decent performance from them, but unfortunately went down to the decider matchup where they find themselves 100PingGods, who had to go and battle down in the elimination bracket versus Esports Club Kiev. They've now found themselves in the decider match, and it's all do or die for both of these teams. One team will head into the main event. The other one, unfortunately, will not be moving forward. But I have to say, when you take a look at K23, I have to expect more out of this team. Alex, I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest with you. The way it just doesn't really quite click. It seems like a group of players that have some good skills, have some good individuals, but it doesn't all gel well together, right? It just seems to not really quite click yet, so they're going to have to do a lot of work when they're moving forward. We'll get into that in a little bit because we're just going to quickly recap Group A as well. Alex, anything that stood out to you? Obviously, we've seen Namiga move their way through today, taking down Cam, but what was the biggest surprise for you, or the biggest positive from this group?
I liked what we saw from Khan. I liked that they seemed to come into this with a good bit of team play, a bit more preparedness than we were expecting maybe, even playing on that Ancient and playing well on it at one point in the tournament. So I'm glad we got to see Khan play well, and you never know, that 5th place decider could still see them go through to the main event if they can make it. But obviously Entropic and Namiga both going through, and honestly both impressing us throughout this qualifier.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the key word, impressed us, right? And like I just said, K23 coming into this one, maybe not as much to me, unfortunately. They put up a decent fight. I think they've got a lot of awesome individuals, which is why I kind of expect a little bit more out of them. When they're coming into this, they're playing against some of the best teams in the CIS, right? So beating the likes of Forwards, etc., to try and get through is unrealistic. But I would like to see them beat the 100PingGods a little bit more convincingly this time around. I'd like to see them kind of gel together a little better. Even against Forwards, I was kind of expecting a little more out of them. When you look at the team they've got a Dren, they've got Moa in there. They're two players with loads of experience, and then you've got some of these youngsters coming into the team like Norbert. There should be a little bit more synergy here, I think, but maybe it'll just take some time. Maybe, I don't know how you feel about them, Alex, but it just feels like they could give a little more.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the last times these teams have played against each other, and in the series they played before this tournament, they were generally a bit more one-sided, I would say. Even if you look 3 months ago, these two teams played each other, and K23 took it 2-0 with a 16-5 and a 16-8. But in this tournament, it was much closer. So obviously part of that has to be credited to 100PingGods, but I think part of it goes to show that K23 maybe haven't been playing at their best as of late. We are getting into the veto, and so far it is looking exactly the same as the last 2 times these teams played. We got the Dust2 pick coming out from the 100PingGods. K23 go for Overpass, which again is a map that they really like to go ahead and go for quite often. It seems to suit their style. And then last time out, Inferno was that decider match, which K23 were able to win 16-8. So I do wonder whether 100PingGods want to switch up here. Are they willing to risk the Ancient? Yes, they are. Ancient as a decider if we need it.
Well, Alex, we haven't had Ancient yet. We've been wanting it real bad. We've been wanting to get that Ancient in today. Maybe this is the game where we finally get it. These two Kazakh teams been playing against each other for a long time. Opening game of the tournament, close affairs. So maybe for the first time, Alex, we can actually go to Inchin. And you know what? This is the first time I think we've casted Dust2 here on the mainstream as well. So a little bit of variation coming in. We got to see K23 on Overpass. I was impressed mainly by the performance of Norbert over on that map. So definitely looking forward to seeing if he can keep that up into today. But do you think we're going to go to the third map, or do you feel like this is a 2-0, or what do you think's on the cards?
I think we might go to a third map here, to be honest, just because the first series was so turbulent between these two, with K23 actually winning 100PingGods map pick of Dust2, and then K23 actually lost on their map pick of Overpass in a bunch of overtimes. So I just think there's so much turbulence here, there's so much variance, that it's quite likely to me that we might actually see that third map. I think there's just so many different ways this could go that seems like actually a pretty likely outcome to me here.
Well, that's getting me pretty excited, Alex, because Inchin is that third map. We've, like we said many times here on the stream so far, we've only got to cast a show match, so that can't be the pinnacle of our casting career on Inchin, right? This will be the next step up, right? So hopefully we can get there to that third map. It's still definitely a possibility between these two teams. I just want to throw it out there, obviously, you guys, with the we were running 2 simultaneous streams, but unfortunately now we're just here on the main stream, so it's just Hawk and I, and if you think you can do a better job at casting, you can head over to StarLadder.com. You can sign up to be a community caster. Anybody can have a go at casting some of these matches, so definitely head over there. It's obviously a good start for you to get some good coverage, especially nowadays. There's very limited CS to go around. It doesn't seem like there's as many GoTVs available, so definitely, if you ask how to get to be a caster, that's probably the best way to do it right now. So head over there, StarLadder.com. But yeah, we're hopping just moments away from hopping into our Kazakhstan battle here, the domestic rivalry between these two teams. I do love the 100PingGods name, of course, Alex, because it is a bit of a history with the players in Kazakhstan, that they're known for having to play on 100+ ping, right? And Adren, he knows that better than most, right? He played some of the top level teams in the world out in his home country, would always play around 170 ping. So yeah, I feel like they're all bred in this mental ping situation. So I think we're all good today for these two teams.
Yeah, they'll hopefully be on even playing fields with that, I guess, considering they are from the same country. So maybe they'll be having a lot of wide swings. Who knows? We'll get to see once we get into the game. All in all, though, I think you're right that, look, K23 have got to be coming in here and proving to us that they are a dominant team from their region, and we haven't seen it so far. This is their chance to do it when it matters the most for them. I would love to see them just come through and take this 2-0, because I think they've got the players to do it. They've got the pedigree to do it. I think they even have at times the tactical nous to do it, because you see they pick maps like Overpass. They like to go for some of these maps sometimes, but so far it hasn't quite panned out for them in this tournament. They have been probably one of the more disappointing squads here. I would like to see them going ahead and righting that ship here today.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to see that confident playstyle come out. I want to see K23 swinging. We know these players, like Mo is the player for me that can be so hit or miss, or if he turns up, he can just be really, really good on his day. He can be one of the best opens in this tournament. But if Mo's not really there, he can just kind of be hit or miss, right? Not really available, doesn't really have much impact. I want to see the Mo that turns up and takes over the server, because we know he's a possibility with this player. He's just so good. Man was played at majors, looking sick for Gambit back in the day. We know what his skill ceiling's like. I would just love to see him tear it up against some of these lower tier opponents. I think Mo definitely has that capability, but I think throughout his career it's always been the issue of consistency, of whether or not he can keep that up over a certain amount of maps or series. So I just hope that on a map like Overpass or Dust2, these are two maps where should be a bit of a sniper's paradise for him, should allow him to get involved a lot more. I want to see Norbert having a good time, especially here on Dust2. I think this is a great start for him. We've seen him back in his Windstrike teams. This was always a very comfortable map for that Windstrike roster, and Norbert used to be very central in terms of the Windstrike success. So for me, the player I'm going to look at is Mo and Norbert. If they both pop off today, I think that gives K23 a huge advantage. Do you have anybody on the 100PingGods side that you would take a closer look at, Alex?
Well, like I was saying earlier, Smiley's been their best player so far this tournament. It doesn't seem like they generally have a huge standout in terms of an individual putting up huge numbers. They seem like more of a team who are spreading the load evenly, which is always a good thing to watch out for. But sometimes those teams, they do have different players step up, and the reason their stats are so similar is because different players almost take it turns carrying. You know, we kind of saw it with Namiga, actually, earlier in this tournament. They had a bunch of different players having those massive performances on different maps. But yeah, I'm watching out for Smiley. I think generally, though, for us, 100PingGods here, this is more about us just getting to know this team as a whole, because we haven't had the chance to see them so far, and I haven't seen these players in a long time, actually. So I'm excited to see if they can prove us all wrong here and maybe be one of those underdogs that comes through.
Yeah, they're bringing something fresh to the server, which is actually kind of exciting, right? Because we haven't had the Dust2, we haven't had the Injured yet. Hopefully that can come through, but we also haven't had the 100PingGods gracing the A stream just yet. So I'm glad we're getting a little bit of fresh Counter-Strike coming our way. I believe we're just a few moments away. I wonder if a few players probably just trying to get into the server. But yeah, when we come into this, obviously, we've just taken a look at everything that's come through the qualifier so far. I think we are down to 2 teams that I could see getting through to the main event and being happy with both of these guys moving through, but I think K23 definitely feel like they are the ones that are owed this spot. They're the team from Kazakhstan you've got to get behind. And I think when you have players like Adren on the team, you have players like Mo, these are big players in the Kazakhstan country, you kind of have to expect them to do pretty well. There is a little bit of pressure now added to that. It was like, you've got these individuals, but you've also got the veterans in the team, and that's something that usually works out to be a bit of a blend for success, right? It's generally quite a recipe for success. I think nowadays we see more of the experience coming through the coaching side of things. You know, over in Heroic, for example, you have Hunden as the coach. Down in Tropic now, you've got Hoosh coming in as the coach. These teams seem to be adding these veteran players into the coaching and outside of the game, and a lot of these younger players in the mix. But it seems to be like a more traditional style here for K23. We've got those experienced players alongside some of the up-and-coming players. Do you think this blend of players is going to work out, Alex? Do you feel they're showing good signs?
I mean, like you were saying, on paper, I think it all works out nicely. I think it makes a lot of sense, but so far on the server, it hasn't seemed to go that way. I think, like you pointed out, Norbert is still the one I'm personally most excited about on this team. I think he has shown glimpses of what he can do. The problem I have with Norbert is he's been one of those players for a while now where we've been hearing about his potential, but at some point, I want to see him realize that on a team who are starting to actually properly cause some upsets, you know, and starting to come through in this region. Because we've seen some other teams start to rise up through the ranks and start to compete with the top CIS squads. I want to see the same coming out from Norbert. And while you can't complain about his performance so far, he has been good for this team. I want to see it come through in a more complete package for the squad where it is leading to wins overall. And maybe he just need to figure out a way of getting some of his other players a bit more integrated into the game, because right now I think he's probably been their best player so far throughout this qualifier, and no one else has really stood out to me too much, in all honesty.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because I think the new addition of Fame, I thought, you know, I've seen him in a couple of his other teams, and it seems like you have got a couple of blended players that are on the precipice of breaking through the CIS region, but haven't quite done it yet. I'm definitely on board with the whole hype train of Norbert, but I agree with you that we haven't really seen him hit the heights he should be. You know, we've heard all this hype, we've heard everything coming in. We've seen him on some decent teams as well. The unfortunate thing is he seems to go to a good team and then drop off again, you know, down a few pegs, and it never really goes anywhere. And I don't know if it's his fault per se, but because he seems to perform pretty well in these teams, but just every project he's involved in, some of them look good on paper, right? But they just don't click, they just don't work. I think it was that Windstrike team, they had Bondic and Edward in the team as well, and I think Norbert was playing for those guys, and then he went off to play with Hobbit, etc. before they went to Gambit. So yeah, I mean, he's been involved in a lot of projects that have gone on to have success. Just unfortunately, Norbert hasn't really been involved in many of those. I think it's going to take some time before he hits that team that really hits the ground running and gets going. And the worrying thing about a team like K23 is, for me, when you have a player like Norbert, you kind of know what you're going to get out of Adren and Mo, right? That you've kind of hit the ceiling, you've kind of hit the finishing product of what these guys are going to be able to deliver. That is when you need to see the rest of the team start to output. And that's when you need to see Fame start to really step up and Norbert deliver even more. Because you know what you're going to get out of Mo and Adren, so you kind of understand the ceiling of the team. So for them to really progress out of this level of just trying to get through close qualifiers, there has to be either another change or some huge elevation of performance from the players already in the team, and you kind of know 50% of the team what you're getting out of them. So yeah, I think Norbert, even in that respect, has more pressure now to make the project work by himself. He doesn't have anybody else to rely on in that respect.
Yeah, certainly, and hopefully Fame can become one of those players he can rely upon, but like you were saying, it's still pretty early for him. I think he is quite a young player too, so you might not expect him to come out and instantly find success. Yeah, he's only 18, so I think a lot of time for him to hopefully develop and come through for this K23 squad, because they probably do need a little bit more firepower right now, as weird as it may seem when you look down the lineup. So far, I don't think they have showed us the level of firepower that you would expect, and it goes to show in that recent matchup against 100PingGods. You look at some of their opponents, you know, Smiley was having a pretty good game against them. Winter was doing all right. K23 did pretty well in the fragging wise, but it still didn't lead to a really comfortable win, I would say, and that does scare me. You know, whenever you're losing your own map picks, you're not having the same sort of fragging coming through. Maybe it is just a down period for this team, but it still is concerning, and it leaves the door wide open for 100PingGods to maybe do some damage here. And who knows, if you get off to a good start, I think this K23 are there to be rocked right now. You know, if they get off to the slow start, maybe the recent form being poor for them could actually start to become an issue when there's so much on the line in this matchup.
Yeah, exactly right, and that's a huge opportunity to a team like 100PingGods, right? You manage to take down this K23 team, you get into the main event. That's $100,000, first of all. That's a huge tournament to be playing in. You know it's going to be run well, StarLadder are putting it together, right? So you have two prospects that are good already. And then you've also got the fact that you're going to be playing against some of the best teams in the world. You just so happen to be in the region with the best teams in the world right now. Na'Vi, Gambit, Virtus Pro, Spirit, right? These are so good, right? But you are in this qualifier. This is a great chance for them to show what they're made of. First of all, also earn a little bit of cash on the side. So you've got a lot of prospects here for both teams. I think both the teams kind of can get something out of this. I would say more likely I would expect K23 to have more upset potential if they move through to the main event. I'd say if 100PingGods pull off the upset here, get through, I would more put it down to it being a close qualifier with quite a few spots in the line. Also the domestic matchup allowing them through. I don't know how deep I would expect 100PingGods to go if they make it through to the main event, whereas with K23 I would have a little more confidence that they may be able to take a map or a series off some of the better teams within the region. So that's just my opinion, Hawko. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I think I tend to agree, especially because, like you were saying, it's not like the CIS region is going to be weak. There's going to be teams in there that you're just going to have a really hard time up against. And if anything, I think for 100PingGods especially, if they were to make it, it would probably be more of a learning experience for them. And maybe you could argue even a chance for some of their players to show us what they can do and show us if they can go ahead and maybe get onto a better team in the future. We'll see though, because we are getting into this closed qualifier. We can't get ahead of ourselves. The main event will be coming up, but first we need to decide who's going to get there. It's K23 starting on the CT side of Dust2, and Mo taking a bit of early damage.
Yeah, Dust2 is the first map that we'll start this battle on, and already damage has been done indeed, but Adren is pushed through all the way into T-spawn from the B tunnels. They've also got a player into his lowest. They have so much information and control, and Fame with a double kill. Straight off the back at the start of the pistol. Two players down for the T side, and Norbert's looking for a little more. Iceman in with a headshot. Glock finally at long range finding something, and in fact they've pulled it back into a 3v3, 2 kills quickly in succession for 100PingGods, but Fame, the player that started it all, goes in for more, but Iceman, ice in his veins for that headshot. Fame is down, and now Adren's turn. He had pushed all the way through from B, but his death will end on long. And I don't know how this has happened, but K23 are down into a 1v2. Favoring the T side. 100PingGods pull that one back, even after losing 2 players into his tunnels quickly. They just find all the important jewels.
And that's what Dust2 can come down to sometimes. These were the shots from Fame, really well taken. Would love to see more of that from him throughout this series, showing us that he can be part of that 1-2 punch between him and Norbert, but not meant to be in this round. 100PingGods rush it into the site, get a good couple of kills, and are able to convert off the back of it. Not much of an investment here from K23. We're not seeing those digs that we oftentimes see brought up into this sort of round. They have smoked the mid doors, so 100PingGods won't know it's the full long stack, and that's allowed those USPs to swing and get themselves an AK.
Yeah, not bad at all to pull out of that one. K23 with an AK, but they've lost the B site. 100PingGods going to walk right in there and take that bomb site back. That should be the round as well. But if you can get the AK into the next round, that's a huge win out of nothing, right? You turn a couple of USPs in an AK. It's not a bad magic trick at all. Better than magic I can do, Hawker.
Yeah, it's definitely not too shabby. Always nice to get an early AK out on the CT side. And it is definitely going to help them because they did fully save. So you get into that spot where you save an AK, that player can now get full nades, maybe can even drop a teammate potentially, instead of deciding to buy up all the utility. Depends on exactly how the money shapes itself up. Good start for 100PingGods too, though. They'll be content with this start, getting a 2-0 lead. Only losing one player in this round, so they can focus their own economy. You can see Norbert's got a good bit of money in the bank. So after he buys Kevlar, we'll see if he drops a gun for someone else or if he just buys up a full set of utility of his own, because we've got this full gun round coming up. At least it's a full gun round for K23. 100PingGods may be keeping some of those slightly weaker weapons.
Double push down short here for K23, using that AK-47 in the hands of Norbert. Not a bad player to give the AK, I don't think, here. He's been fantastic over the last couple of days. Would love to see that continue at the start of this series. Very important series for this team. As we discussed in our podcast before this match, Alex, we kind of alluded to the fact that Norbert might have a bit more pressure on his shoulders to be the star of this team now at this point, because there is no one else really that would come close to him. So it has to be consistent. He has to be the talisman. Round 3, slow one, but 100PingGods will start to come out in towards a long, and no one is there. But once again, Adren has got in towards tunnels. Winter's about to walk and find the perfect timing. No, Adren goes down, opening kill in for 100PingGods.
One smoke thrown towards the cross. Oh, going to be flashed through. Doesn't spot anyone, but that's because the timing was slightly off. 100PingGods still have plenty of players positioned towards long. 35 seconds left for them. They still have loads of nades, but Norbert also has some nades of his own, and more importantly, this AK spray is good for 2. That could take the sting out of this push, but it's still a 3v3 into this A-bomb site.
Oh, Mo, not too far off. So the shots as the players now cross up to the A site, but it's Winter. Was lower tunnels, doubling up his kill count in this one. Mo's going to go for a wild jumping spray, hasn't connected anything. Nailin has been able to find a headshot though, and Nailin is now alone. As Mo hits the deck, Smiley looking up on towards the site. Defuse had to go by Nailin, but not being stuck. Smiley goes around the corner. There's the Galil that'll win the round out for the 100PingGods, who are off to a fantastic start on Dust2. 3-0 up, a flawless start to the match. And K23, no money really on most of the players, but they're going to go for the AWP. They're going to go for a buy here around this AWP. They have some money left in the bank of Mo, so I can kind of understand it, but you got to really hope Mo can do something with this AWP here.
He's looking for it. Oh no! He can't properly spot out Smiley on the other side, who gets a rather easy kill back with the AWP of his own. And now Sorrow is moving into this A-bomb site. Should be pretty good for them here. Norbert gets one, but instantly traded out. That AWP not successful this time. That Deagle, a bit more successful though. Nice shot from Neelan. It could give 100PingGods some second thoughts. They might decide to slow it down slightly here. Neelan forced out by the flames. Yeah, 100PingGods decide to hit the brakes slightly.
Oh, Winter, good double kill. That's Fim and Adren both down. And the AWP out of their hands, it's just Neelan left. He goes through the smoke. Oh, so close to the second, but only one kill taken from him. 4-0 up now. 100PingGods, again, another good round from them. The AWP investment not paying off, but they will get it back out from Mo anyway in this one. So around the M4, a little bit of utility, and here we go. Gun round finally being played out for both teams. We'll see if K23 can get on the board, or will it be 100PingGods able to take this one? And I can't believe he's hit that shot, Alex.
Yeah, wow. Good start for 100PingGods though. Got to be happy with this, especially considering they lost Dust2 last time. Getting some early round, give them a bit of breathing room. Flash through mid, brilliant flash, but Neelan gets the kill while blind. Spraying into that choke point. Sorrow going out of the round early, a bit unfortunate for him. Another flash in through mid, but now Adren is here to help. Smoke will allow Neelan to get away safely.
Looks like the long fight is about to be met with some resistance from the defense. It's going to be Mo taking his first kill. His teammate goes down pretty quickly after, so that is enough confirmation of further opponents in front of him. Let's see if Mo is able to get anything more from his AWP, and he will. And so quickly found onto Winter. So 4v2, two-man advantage in, and he's just going to hide until he burns to a crisp, forced into the open, and a Molotov will take him down. Juke Fasura finding Norbert as well, and this has suddenly turned him back to a 2v2. And with 30 seconds left, Juke Fasura looking down in towards CT spawn and tried to catch the crossing player, but just couldn't quite land the bullet. So the bomb will get planted, the post-plant will begin. Retake attempt from K23 gets going, a good kill out long. Fame able to take down Iceman, leaving Juke Fasura on low HP versus two players. One down in towards CT spawn is the veteran of Adren. Fasura still looking in towards short, so he's looking the wrong way at the meantime, but turns back now. The timing just about catching the back of Adren. Now the second opportunity out long. He's so close to getting this kill, but not happening just yet. That time, it's ticking. There's a kid on the back of Fame, but he has to move quickly. In fact, this time is running so low, I think he's already lost the round. Fasura just hides behind Gandalf. The kill comes in. Fame able to find it, gets back to the AWP, and that's about it. That's the only win. He might be able to take that, but the bomb even catches him on the run back. Oh, just a terrible round in the end for K23. It was looking like a round they were about to win as well, Alex, and it suddenly just flips the other way.
I think this is what we can expect throughout this game. Rounds teetering on a knife's edge, going back and forth the whole way. That molly from Iceman, a big part of why they can get those 2 kills to bring it back to a winnable position, and from there they go ahead and go even further. K23 forced down to pistols, and this has been a rather slow start for them here. Nice nades onto Smiley, who will be down to 19 health, but 100PingGods should still be big favorites to win this round.
Nice Xbox smoke to allow them to cross up into the short position without being spotted. At this point, if you're 100PingGods, you're rubbing your hands together at the start that you've got here on Dust2. A couple of close rounds, yes, but 5-0 lead against K23 here. At the beginning to the game, oh, Adren should have been able to get something out of that, if not just damage off, but doesn't do anything. Now Winter, he's taking his Fame is down. Winter looking for a second into the lower tunnel pinch though, and the pistols have come out on top of that fight. 30 seconds left for 100PingGods to make their play into the A site. Juke Fasura trying to hold off the long offensive, but things are looking okay here for K23. They've now got 2 AKs and a chance to win the round.
No kit for them could be a problem, but getting those AKs is a great start. Gives them a chance for the fast frags they would need to succeed in this retake. Iceman sitting all the way back towards Goose, but it's his teammate Sorrow who pulls the trigger first, looking for more fights in the open. Iceman with one of his own, but Norbert's trying his best. He's got 3 on the round, but Iceman knows he can just fall back, sit back, and relax. There's no time for the defuse. He knows there's no kit, but he's going to run onto the site and deny with the 1-tap. 100PingGods 6-0 up. A better round from K23, though. And maybe now, if they get guns out, they'll have a chance to get their first round on the board, because this looked a bit better from them.
Definitely looked much better, much more explosive. some of the individuals popping off here. Unfortunately, no round win, but here comes the buy. AWP out for Mo. He did have a couple of moments there over the first couple of rounds when he had the AWP out. So we'll see if he can get involved again. This time, Smiley is going to fight him directly, and that opens up the B side. Mo's down.
Just losing a lot of these early exchanges, early kills. Oh, and they've lost another one. Winter this time getting a second kill over towards that B bomb site. Looked like 100PingGods had already made the call that they want to double back and go to A. And it might still be the right read because Neeland's playing close to the smoke. He would be fully committed to this position. And as soon as he falls, assuming he doesn't get 3 crazy kills, that A site will be wide open. Oh, he does clear the corner, but Iceman is one step ahead of him. AK holds the angle. K23 are getting picked to pieces. I thought this gun round was going to be better for them, but it's probably their worst gun round yet.
Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes in Counter-Strike, Alex. You can look so good in the previous round and completely fall apart in the next. But the bomb goes down. A few more seconds left on the save here for K23. Carrying the AWP over is almost essential to any potential round win in the next. So we are looking at 7-0 for the 100PingGods. What a start in the Dust2. You couldn't ask for a better start here if you're 100PingGods. Their map pick, of course. Adrian looks like he might just be able to save the AWP. It will be that tunnels play that can catch him off. Careful. Take some coverage, jump in, get behind the wall, and he at least gets the AWP into the next one. Essential that he got that over him. They have got something to work with here. It's not the best buy, of course, for K23. But at least having that AWP in the M4, they might just be able to get a couple of pistols in and around it. And maybe they can do something. Because the economy isn't that well built up right now for 100PingGods either, Hawk. Take a look at the money over there, right? There's a couple players of cash, yes, but a few of them are pretty low.
We were questioning how K23 will respond if they got off to that bad start. This is something we talked about in the pre-game. Their recent form hasn't been ideal. They've lost their last 3 best of 3s. Played a couple since they got that win against 100PingGods. And heading into this tournament, they were looking all right. They were getting wins against Dig. They didn't play too many games. It looked like they were kind of building up into this qualifier. But they've hit a bit of a dry spell, losing their last 6 maps in a row. And now we have to see how they respond, Dinko. Because like you said, if they win 1 or 2 rounds, they're right back in this game with the economy helping them out. But we've got to see that come through first. They've showed us some positive signs, but those positive signs haven't turned into a round win just yet. Let's see if round 8 is the lucky number for them. Mo holding the cross. He can't pull the trigger.
Healing down. Oh no, it's exactly like the last round. Everybody just dies immediately, and this time Norberty's falling. Adrian with his M4 trying to line them up. He's been able to find just Iceman. That is going to be enough to keep it within touching distance. It's a 2v3 in terms of player count, and that smoke and utility in behind it is at least going to maintain that. Look at this position. They have no idea. He nearly gets away with 2, but just the 1 kill. And now it is going to be Fame left with winning a 1v2. They do it to finally post around on the board here for K23. It's been a very long time since they tasted victory. In fact, they haven't tasted it today, and they will continue to starve themselves a victory. 8-0. 100PingGods continue their flawless start here on Dust2. Not a single round yet for K23, and they've had buys, they've had rounds, but they just haven't been able to do it yet.
Well worked by 100PingGods at the end there, though, making sure they have that double peek down, well timed. Just make sure you work together, which I think they've generally done a pretty good job at so far in this game. And that shot will certainly help them out. Smiley getting a kill through mid early against the lower buy, but 100PingGods continuing to impress individually. Fame has fought back, though. He's showing us some positive signs here. It is still 100PingGods who will win the trade, though. The T's up in a 2v1, but Iceman is on 1 point of health, so there's definitely a world in which Norbert could win this.
We know Norbert can do these kind of ridiculous things, but we'd have to be able to hit a shot immediately. The scout in hand, could he upgrade somewhere? 55 seconds. Still a lot of time to play with here if you're 100PingGods, but every second that ticks by is a second that you're giving over to Norbert to get into a better position, to get closer to this A site. Eventually he will commit. Where does Norbert go with this? Thinks it's the A play. He's going to go over towards long. Here's the utility being used up. He's looking for an upgraded weapon. Can he find anything? An AWP. Not a bad upgrade right there, Hawker, I have to say. Fantastic upgrade for Norbert. And now his chances of winning this round have just become even greater. But he has given away his position with the Molotov. Clears out the car, though. Information passed on that no one is, in fact, playing from that position. But information is key to winning the round. And unfortunately, so is time. He doesn't have much of it due to the lack of kit. So he has to back away. Save into the next one. AWP carried over yet again. Another round added to the tally of the 100PingGods. And Norbert, just getting away. We're going to try and pick off one player in the middle. Luckily, Iceman goes down. So another rebuy for the economy of 100PingGods, but 9-0. Smiley's insane, by the way. Look at this.
He's been doing well. Yeah. Fame has definitely been showing up like we wanted him to. Honestly, Norbert's been doing fine also. I think one of the hard things about Dust2 though, Dinko, is you don't really have that many options on the CT side. Like, you can't say, oh my god, he's done it again! Back-to-back rounds, but this time it's a gun round.
I thought that was a replay again, Alex. What the? It's kind of ridiculous. He's had 3 kills just off the spawn so far. I think maybe minimum of 3. He might have had even another one, but fantastic start. Again, Smiley opening things up, and 100PingGods giving him an advantage to play with. It's going to be the play up short, and they're already taking so much control. And K23 are playing scared right now, just passive, letting them have the whole map, not really challenging anything right now.
Yeah, and I was about to say, that's, I think, one of the hard things on CT Dust2 is I don't think you have many options for switch-ups, right? You kind of have to generally play one way. Maybe you can go for these short aggressions, but even these are risky, and we might see that risk come into fruition any second. 2 CTs sitting in this smoke, hoping they can get the drop on their opponents.
Oh, so clean yet again. Just cracking open that defense like it wasn't even there. 100PingGods are way better today. This is incredible. This is a systematic destruction of K23 CT side. 10-0. Same call yet again. They've had the AWP here over the CT side. It's just been floating around. They haven't really been able to do anything with it. I did like some of the early proactiveness into the tunnels, Alex. I liked some of the early fights they were taking over on the K23 side. That seems to have been stopped a little bit. They seem to be respecting their opponents much more. Because of that, it's kind of letting 100Pings do whatever they want, right? You get that opening kill, especially when you're a man up, you just do whatever the hell you want. So 100PingGods haven't really had much of a contest so far.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if K23 are more focused on this A side of the map right now. You're kind of seeing there the switch-up attempt as they try and go aggressive on short, because I think that A side has been the bigger problem. And it is really rough when you just can't get the crossfires going on that A site. You can't lock down a position early in the round and then just play retake. You know, it's difficult. This is that shot again. He's not even aimed at that position initially. He has to flick over and positioning himself wisely for a second kill on the round. And that is what losing 10-0 on Dust2 will do to you.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing to lose.
Look, I don't like playing Dust2 at the best of times. Yeah, if I'm losing 10-0, I'm pissed.
It's kind of depressing winning, play Dust2, yeah, full stop, but losing 10-0, yeah, you just might as well uninstall at that point. Well, at least, if 100PingGods win this, the likelihood of inching rises quite substantially, right? Because I'm not going to say K23 should get blown out of the water and overpass. They should definitely stand a chance there. So Ancient's likelihood of showing up here in the close qualifier just be rising through the roof right now. Molotov behind blue. Sora is going to throw a Molotov or a smoke onto the Molly to allow himself to get out of that position. Three players in K23 challenging down this area. It's going back and forth between the two sides, but it's going to be the first kill, first blood for 100PingGods yet again. Full blind. Oh, still the kill for Iceman. Trades back on his teammate. Elsewhere, it's a 3v3 because of the kill of Mo, but Iceman's taking matters into his own hands and playing out long, getting all the important frags. And now even smokes off long. He's a one-man army. He's got everything to play with.
A-Long has been a problem position for K23 all game long. As you pointed out, Winter just lurking all the way through B. It should be easy, but it's not as easy as it should have been. Thankfully, Winter eventually picks up the pieces. This time, Smiley missing his opportunity, but with the bomb in his hands, he can go ahead and go all the way back to B. Dren mollied off, smoked off, completely locked out. He's going to take some damage. Now they know exactly where he is.
Yep, Adren probably dead to rights at this point. Waiting for him to come around the corner. Winter just decapitates him. Again, not a happy haircut customer, Mr. Adren. So 11 to 10. Or sorry, 11 to 10? That would be much better. 11 to 0. They're hoping. Watch that just happen now, Alex. Watch me just say, oh, damn.
Wow.
Whoa. Norbert's, that's a reaction when I see Dust2 in my face again. Like, with the vetoes down, it's Dust2. Smash my desk to pieces.
That could be a pretty good reaction gif, honestly.
That was so good. You know what would be even better? If his little Norbert lamp fell off the wall.
Oh, nah, you can't own for that. I like his little lamp.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Norbert. But that was brilliant. Right? He's dead. Not
you know
much
what
more
needs to
say
happen,
about that one.
Dinko? All right, next round, I'm going to curse them. I'm going to do it. You know what I'm talking about. The 16-0
next round.
curse
I'll
is
do it
going to
this
happen.
one.
Not this one. Not this
16-0.
one. I'm not feeling it this one.
We'll see, we'll see. Feels like it's a pretty good scenario for them. This is where, you know, you see the frustration coming through in the K23 team. This is why you need someone like Adren or Mo to have the level head, you know, the experience, try and calm the team down, get everybody in the right mindset. It's okay, you know, 11-0 down. There could be better situations. There certainly could be, but it's not over yet. He's got to, like, tell everybody to chill out. You're definitely going to lose in the current mindset that you're in right now. If you get out of this mindset, we might just pull it back. Maybe some Zen music, maybe a little pause coming in would be nice. Just get everybody chilled out, because clearly, from what we've seen in the reactions, everybody's a little bit frustrated. There goes Fame. Taken out by Sora. Mo's come over. Good kill. Down to the double door. Second as well. Into was the back of car, Alex. It's an incredible round here from Mo. He's getting goosed up through the door and finally brought down by Sora. Just flying through the CT spawn, spotted by Smiley, and it's all on Nealon. 1v3. Sora with a fantastic round.
Damage by Nealan. Knows where a couple of these players are, but knowing is only half the battle. You have to actually win the fights. And up against Smiley's AWP, that's not been easy so far. I've been really enjoying Smiley's positioning with the AWP. I feel like he's getting the drop on his opponents quite a lot. I mean, he's shown it again.
He's too good at this.
He's close, he's close. This is very close.
Wait. How close was this? What? What? How's that not kill?
Was he moving? Look where the bullet hole ended.
Slightly moved, right?
He may have been moving.
Oh, Iceman. Oh, Iceman. He's already outside long. He has fallen to your Adren. And yeah, good idea for Sura. Don't go around the corner. You do not want to die the same way. The Iceman has just died. But Alex, you know what? Pretty good start to your curse.
It is. This is what K23 needed, I think. Just having that long control is going to help so much. Because there have been a lot of rounds where that long play has come into the A site. They haven't been able to lock it down. Now the A site defenders can be much more confident in the way they play because they have long locked down. It makes it so much easier to hold that A site. And that nade onto short will help them even further.
Neela trying to catch them through the smoke as Utility starts to bombard the position. The Molotov burning away Neela, but he has no idea because he's blind. And luckily Norbert, he's an aggressive goose. He's got himself a double. He'll look for a little bit more. He's got a 3K. That's the kind of round you need from your player. And Norbert is the star of this team. Finally, it'll be a round for K23, all delivered off the back of Norbert. Alex, you've made a lot of 100PingGods fans very angry.
Why you always gotta be so negative, man? Look on the other side of the coin. I made a lot of K23 fans slightly less sad. Yeah, well, that's not that's not exactly the narrative I would have run here. You know, it's funny just piling on the 100PingGods, the hate. Dude, hate is more. You get more fans, or more sort of, maybe not fans, but you get more interactions with people that hate you. So I'm just looking. I mean, if you want to go like that, Dinko, I could give you some great tweets right now. If you want to get hate, I've got loads. Yeah, I want to hate. Maybe not end my career, but maybe just softball it, just like kind of lightly try and get people to interact with you. Maybe just not want to kill you though. Just like a little pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Yeah, and some people hate that. Just kind of, some people will agree with you, some people will not, you know. Got to go for both. You got to play the field. All right, Smiley jumping up with this. Or I was saying earlier, I've loved the positioning of Smiley so far. I genuinely think his positioning has got him a lot of his kills throughout this game, which is always a pleasure to watch out for. I think those AWPers that can just out-aim you, but also can out-position you are normally the best, and Smiley's been delivering on both aspects so far today. 50 seconds remaining though. 100PingGods with a slightly slower round. They are putting a bit of pressure onto this A side, but nothing too significant yet. Oh, Norbert getting decapitated this time. He had the big round in the previous, but all of the kills are coming back in here for 100PingGods. Finally, Fame finding a little bit of success on the other side of the map, but Bomb is down here for 100PingGods, and they've got a man advantage into the post plan. Kind of wild to me that 100PingGods only have 3 players properly committing to the A play. That means they have lurkers right here. Mo's looking for this fight. Really good headshot from him, but I think that man at short is in trouble. Sorrow finally finding the kill he was looking for. Now they're going to have to up the pace onto the site. Smiley missing that opportunity, but the time is just too far gone. Duke Fasora here to help his teammates out. The one player on high health does it all. 2 kills at the end of the round. He'll die to the bomb, but he won't give a damn because we're heading into the last round of the half. They're 13-1. This is what I wanted as well, the perfect loop. This is great. Look at the mouse, it's going back and forth. That is perfect. Thank you, StarLadder, for making my day. Oh my god. That was so good. Poor Norbert, man. He's never going to live that down. Oh god. He's got, I just read it. You know that meme that goes dun 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 dun? That's so good. We gotta see that, someone's gonna make that meme. But a Dread, good peek out in the middle. A good kill in towards B as well. The AWP's really delivering here on the back of a Dread. This one's done. Well, good end of the half at least here. Unless Winter pulls off an incredible clutch, but that's not gonna happen. 13-2. Yeah, not a good scenario to be in here if you're K23. I think we just gotta kind of, if there was anything to summarize this, it would be the Norbert smashing the desk meme. So I think that's about it, Hawker. That's all I can say about this first half. Honestly, not much more to it than that. Maybe the second half will be a little bit better for them, though. They've got to hope so. Otherwise, they're going to be losing this one quite quickly. 13-2 in favor of 100PingGods, who are so confident they're going with 5 sets of Kevlar. There you go, Norbert's. Oh, he's got a little thumbs up. There you go. Norbert is providing so many memes right here. Pistol round is important to get things going here. 100PingGods want to try and close out Dust2 as quickly as possible, but K23, a pistol round means everything to them. Will definitely be at least another round added to the tally, if nothing else. Every round at this point counts, and here goes the execute. Up into the A site, short smokes out. Smiley hitting the first headshot, goes back in for a little bit more, but this time receives damage and dishes out none.
And his teammates are just kind of left there to die. Enjoy that, Smiley, but here goes Stuart. Oh, they haven't checked him. They thought he killed the car position, but he's missed his perfect golden opportunity to get more than one kill there. And that's not enough done, unfortunately, for 100PingGods. That's going to be K23 likely taking the pistol. But Iceman's going to try and stop that from happening. We'd have to be incredibly quick on the trigger hit. Incredibly quick and accurate. That is more difficult to do than I just said. So 13-3, K23 finding themselves another round. Is there a comeback? Alex, is it a possibility?
Anything is possible, Dinko. I mean, not literally anything, but you get the sentiment. Man, this was such a shame because the bait and switch setup at car was actually really cool, especially because you have that player in CT also. So Duke Fasura had a really good opportunity there to get the drop on a couple of players, but fluffing his lines, unfortunately, fluffs up the round. And now 100PingGods will be forced to pay for that with a weaker investment into this round. Still an investment, though. They've got a scout out for Smiley. Some Deegs out for the rest of the players. I was hoping that Smiley would be just as good with the scout at those wall bangs on the CT side, but it's gone away from that here early.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Hello? Mo? Anybody home? He looked like kind of lagged out for a second. Maybe checking the minimap or lining up. I have no idea what he's doing, but he goes down pretty easily. Free kill to start things off, but luckily tried it back quite quickly. 55 seconds left, and smoke starting to come in here from K23. Iceman's come over to the A side. This could get a little bit messy, Alex, for K23 if they're not careful.
Ooh, oh, no, but...
Oh, that would have been another death smash. That would have been the computer gone.
Yeah, I thought that kill might be the one that makes them realize, okay. But with 32 seconds, they're going to have to go into A here. They have to commit into the stack.
This could get messy, real messy. And Iceman's going to try and make it an absolute bloodbath. He's got himself one. Fasura getting involved as well over the top of the smoke. Good headshot. Going to drop back in and finds the bottom as well. Just one player and it's a Dren. A 1v2 for the veteran player. And he has to try and get a fourth round here. 10 seconds, bomb down. Oh, this is heartbreaking to watch. And a Dren, he's lost his opponent. Fasura's down. A Dren looking for the bullet to land and he's got it. Just about saving the day for the team. K23 come out with the win. But can you really call that a real win, Alex? That is just right down to the last second.
Yeah, I don't think the K23 fans will be filled with confidence after that one. It looked very awkward, but it is a round win running into the stack. Got to give them props for overcoming it. Got to give a Dren props for the 1v2. And hopefully for their sake, this round will be a little easier, considering there is minimal investment from the CTs ahead of this one. You already see a Dren looking to use that range advantage with the AK. Got to be careful. Those Deegs are also capable of headshots. Dren tapping away, not connecting anything, deciding to go elsewhere, living to fight another day.
Oh, Fame knows his players cross. Aware of that. He's just going to try and let them go by and get a better fight. And he's done that well. He separated it into 1v1 fights. Fasura has found Mo as well. And Norbert check out Winter. Tap to the back of the head. Bomb as well. It's just a matter of time before this round reaches its natural conclusion. But Sora's going to try and make it expensive, if nothing else. And that bomb is down, Alex. So maybe a little bit more out of this. You know, you still got some time to group up if you're K23. Sora uses his angles wisely. That's the timing for the peak. And he goes back up. Cannot get the headshot onto Fame. These rounds are not filling me with confidence, Alex. They are not giving me much confidence at all for K23. Oh, well, pushed to the extremity again, but this time there's a buy coming out against them.
Yeah, they've been incredibly close so far. So, as you were saying, with the ability for a buy, could go horribly wrong for K23 quite quickly if they're not careful. Dren having some words to his team. Can't blame him with how this game has been going so far. They would like to go on a streak, even if it's just to get a bit of confidence behind them, even if it's just to, you know, make 100PingGods sweat a bit, make them have to take the game seriously. Causing that sort of stress from your opponent can make a difference, even if the comeback remains very unlikely.
Utility dropping over the top of Long again. As soon as Smiley, we should have predicted this, Alex. As soon as Smiley gets an op in his hands, it's mid-kill galore. 2 kills picked up already. He's going to look for a little bit more as well, but they've already got up in towards short. At least one player has. The other is still towards Xbox. So, Smiley, is he going to find anything else? Or will it be Sorrow? Oh, he has spotted the head there of a player just as he crossed behind cover, and Smiley, he's going to go and try and find another one here, and he's got it as well. Spotted another player in behind the doorway. He hits that shot. Smiley is on for a cracking round. He found 4 players. Finally, Norba gets something in for the team, but it's not going to be enough. He has to pull off the ace clutch just to get the round win here. And Smiley's just killed 4 players in middle. Do not let that distract you from that fact. That is unbelievable from him.
Crazy play from Smiley. Again, just holding angles on a lot of them. He might get the ace. Shadow spotted. He drops down for the kill. Ace for Smiley. He has been so impressive here throughout Dust2, getting a bunch of kills through for his team, carrying them through to round 14, and putting K23 in a terrible position economically. Just look at these fights. He's so comfortable in all these angles, peeking into mid, catching K23 off guard.
Why are they off guard, though? That's the question.
They're never ready to trade, right?
No, they shouldn't be off guard. He's just killed 2 of their opponents in mid, but I don't know. It's a good round from Smiley again, up against the Rifles. K23, I think it's fair to say they're not quite in the game mentally now. I think we've seen a lot of signs of that. Another kill from Smiley. Is he just going to do it again? Go on, feed the beast. Iceman might just be able to get a kill here, though. Oh, it's Winter. Let's take it a frag finally.
Shoot for Sura. Close quarters. Headshot connected and collected. Now it's only Mo sitting back with the scout, just hoping someone peeks him.
Yeah, you don't want to get
will oblige.
Just avoid middle, please. It's all Hydra kids. Smiley's in mid. Just don't go there, dude. That's not the right way to go right now. Smiley is just destroying them. Well, this one's looking done, Alex. I think that's probably one of the safer calls. Smiley is looking like an absolute beast. He's gonna look for another opening. I mean, if you're Smiley, you might as well take every single mid fight.
Might as well at this point. Man, this has got to be a real shock to the system for K23. I mean, sure, it's Dust2, but Overpass was very competitive last time. 100PingGods actually managed to win it, and this has just been lackluster, and they're not even clear in the corner now. Okay, they get the trade. Adren's able to bring it back. That'll be an AK recovered, and that could have gone way worse than it actually did.
Flash around long. Good kill from Smiley. Sora is able to get a kill as well. It's just Adren and Mo. He's trying to stop this from happening. Now, it looks like the inevitable at this point that we're going to see Smiley try and close out this, but Adren is quicker on the trigger this time. Headshot from the AK delivered. The team should start to fall, and Adren will follow suit. What a performance here on Dust2 from the 100PingGods. And you can't talk about Smiley enough. Like, what is he made of? This guy's insane. Throughout the T side, a lot of these mid picks, just stopping them from even getting to the B side and towards the CT side. As soon as they got that ult out, the job was done. The map was over. I don't really know how I feel about going into the second map, because if that's the performance that we've just seen on Dust2, the second map on an individual front, I feel like they've got a chance now, Alex. I will say that K23 should perform much better in the second map, but I feel like there's a chance here for a 2-0 from 100PingGods based on what we just seen.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think there's a pretty good chance that they can come through and take this, honestly. It's a weird first map because I think Dust2 can play out like that sometimes. Like I was saying, if you're not controlling long on the CT side, it's actually really hard to assemble retakes. It's really hard to play it. So on Overpass, they should have a wider playbook and much more options, at least on the K23 side, which might allow them to go back to more comfort, which is what they need. But at the same time, 100PingGods were just so good.
It was so good, but it's time to go to a short break, and we'll be right back to continue this action. We'll see if K23 can bounce back. We've had plenty of memes so far. Hopefully, we'll get some more heading into map number 2. Join us after the break.